Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new PTCGO video, and today guys, we are going into the expanded format today. Since Portland Regionals is coming up very soon, it's actually pretty good time to do some expanded decks, and most expanded videos I make hopefully are going to be just rogue-friendly expanded decks, and we'll see if they perform well in Portland, but it's interesting to look at expanded with the Celestial Storm cards we have, and today we're going to be converting a standard archetype into expanded, and that being Buzzwole with Shrine of Punishment, but without Garbodor, we are playing Zoroark instead, which is an interesting inclusion, and I'll talk about why I like Zoroark more in this deck than Garbodor. But both of them I think would work. So Buzzwole Zoroark is an interesting deck. I've had it built for about a week and a half now. I put a lot of time into playing this deck in Expanded, just late night ladder grinding. And this deck performs pretty well for me. And ultimately, it's a fun deck. It has no GXs at all, so you don't have to worry about Lele, so it's a budget-friendly deck, I'd say. And for the most part, this deck can do some good numbers on your opponent. You have a lot of decent matchups on the board, and I'll talk about why I like Zoroark over Garbodor. So Buzzwole is kind of your main guy in the deck. We know Buzzwole in Standard is good right now. The Buzz Shrine deck in Standard is doing fine, but in Expanded, Buzzwole still has access to Strong Energy, which is kind of what gives this Buzzwole its appeal in Expanded. One of the reasons why this deck, Buzzwole Garb Shrine, did so well at Worlds is because they still had Strong Energy to work with, which is a huge game changer for this deck. The numbers get so much better thanks to Strong Energy, and it's what makes Buzzwole so good. So Buzzwole's still Strong Energy. Sledgehammer can do 1 for a lot of damage thanks to Shrine, Diancie, Prism Star, Strong Energy, Choice Band, Beast Energy. So for the most part, Buzzwole will just plow through a lot of stuff. You still can set up Sledgehammer knockouts, which is one of the big appeals to this deck, is Sledgehammer, and that's basically what this deck's about. And obviously the most popular partner is Garbodor, which we do have a expanded Buzz Garb list here. This is my Buzz Garb expanded list. Kind of the same thing, use Garbodor over using Zoroark. The Garbodor variant is more popular in Standard. Expanded Garbodor is still good in my opinion, because there's still a lot of important items in Expanded, like VS Seeker, Battle Compressor. So really, Garbodor Buzz will still be good and Expanded as it is in Standard. But the Zoroark variant I like a bit more because it's funner to play in my opinion. And why Zoroark? Well, let's look at both these Zoroarks here. So the first one is the stand-in Zoroark with Mind Jack. Mind Jack does 30 plus 10 more damage for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. We are in a format where having a big bench is actually pretty common thanks to cards like Skyfield, and just really thanks to wanting to have your bench full. Expanded, sometimes the bench will be pretty full. Mind Jack can hit insane numbers for a DCE. Really early aggression is what Mind Jack is good at, right? For a DCE, you can do 160 with a full bench. With a Choice Band, you hit for 190. With Shrine, you're hitting for 200 damage for a single DCE. And the numbers are a bit better with Mind Jack. Again, Trash Lance your opponent can take advantage of in control, but not only that, Zoroark is a Dark type, so if you end up playing against like Trev or something, you have that Dark type attacker. Zoroark might not be the best answer to Trev, but it's still relevant. But really, Mind Jack can do big numbers. If you're playing against Zoroark, instead of using Sudowoodo to limit them, you can just kind of let them fill their bench up all they want, and then Mind Jack one-shots a Zoroark GX just as much as Buzzwole puts a lot of damage on Zoroark. So Mind Jack seems good, and we also get access to one of the most underrated non-GX attackers in Expanded, the Nasty Plot Foul Play Zoroark. This card is really powerful. Foul Play. Choose one of the defending Pokemon attacks and use it as an attack. And this gives you your GX attack for the deck, because if your opponent has a Lycanroc in play, you can bring it out and then Foul Play Dangerous Rogue and knock them out. You can Foul Play, really it's just here for these big attacks like Knuckle Impact, Dangerous Rogue, just to name a few. If Zoroark didn't put a Sudowoodo down, you can also take advantage of Skyfield, Foul Play them. So really, Foul Play is a huge turnover in this deck. It's almost recommended to play like a split of these two, just play like a 2-2 line, but we're going to go with a 2-1 line, because Mind Jack and stand-in is still really powerful. And that's why I like Zoroark in here. It's a different attacker, it relies on DCE, it can take bigger one-shots on Skyfield heavy decks, it can provide you type coverage against Trev in a way. That's why I like the Zoroark version over the Garb version, but that's just me. Everything else in the deck is kind of the same. We got, of course, a Diancie with Princess's Cheers for Buzzwole. We are playing a Koko, can help out with math, not to mention you already played DCE. I am playing Oranguru, and then we got Terrakion. Terrakion, you would not be surprised how many times Terrakion has saved me. It's actually a really good card. If you get the turn to put an extra energy in play, slap it on Terrakion, and then you can Retaliate. Retaliate can do enough damage to one-shot a Zoroark GX a lot of the time. You also have Land Crush, which is good. So Terrakion actually is a pretty big card in this deck. In my opinion, this is pretty good in this deck. You can hit good numbers thanks to Diancie and Shrine and Choice Band on Zoroarks. Retaliate can do a big damage. You can use a counter energy. So yeah, I like Terrakion. I've actually won games because of this card, and I really like it. I would not remove it. And I am playing Octillery in this deck. It's really good just to have Octillery. It's missed quite a bit in Standard, not gonna lie. But it's good to have Abyssal Hand in this type of a deck, especially when you need to find certain energies at certain times. The only other Pokemon I would consider including, really, is just Oricorio. That's about it. Just Oricorio. This deck can beat Night March, and I do have a game against Night March. I'm not going to spoil how the game goes. I don't want to spoil it if I do end up losing or if I do win that match. But I would consider an Oricorio just for Night March, though I feel like this deck can beat Night March thanks to it just trading prize for prize. You know, Buzzwole deals with the Joltex. You know, Zoroark can easily deal with Marshadows, considering they'll have a lot of Shamans in play, and also it can deal with the Pumpkin Boost, so Night March shouldn't be a hard matchup at all, but Oricorio is just there to help you. You can also, I guess, use Oricorio's attack with Shrine. And we go to the items now, just skim through them. 1 Computer Search, because it's really good. 2 Nest Balls to get stuff on your bench. 1 Stretcher to get your Pokemon back. 4 Ultra Balls, search for your Pokemon. 4 VS Seekers, of course, for our supporters. 4 Shrine. One of the big things with this deck is Shrine of Punishment. Really good at getting damage on Shamans, Lele, Zoarks, Seismitoads, anything. We got 1 Colress for draw. 2 Cynthias for draw, 3 Ents for draw, 3 Sycamores for draw, 1 Korrina. Korrina's really good in this deck. Gets you a free Buzzwole and like a free other Pokemon, or in general get you a Buzzwole and an S-Ball. So a Buzzwole and a Diancie. 1 Guzma. I kind of want to play 2 Guzmas in my opinion. I think 2 might be better than 1, but we are having Guzma, of course. And really the only other card I would consider adding for supporters is probably Teammates. I think Teammates is a really good one-of in this deck also. That's really about it. And then anything else, we got 3 Choice Bands, very important for Zoroark and Buzzwole, 2 Float Stones for free retreat, 4 Strong Energies, 1 Basic Fighting, 4 DCs. I am playing the 1 Counter Energy. It's just a nice card for Terrakion, and it also can count as the 5th DCE for Zoroark, or you can use it with Swing Around sometimes, so there is potential with Counter Energy, and 1 copy of Beast Energy for your Buzzwoles. And that is my Zoroark Buzzwole Shrine deck in Expanded. I like this deck quite a bit. I think it's a fun archetype, and I would consider it. So yeah, let's go get some games on PTCGO, and I'll show you guys why this deck is good in just a sec. Alright guys, here we go. Let's do some matches with our Buzzwole Shrine Zoroark deck, and we'll see how we perform with it here against some other decks. And yeah, again, I gotta apologize for all the coffee. Obviously, still a little sick. But we'll see how we do. I'm excited to see what expanded decks do well, especially with this new ban. This is like the first ban tournament with the ban. It looks like we're against a Night March deck, from the looks of it, or it might be a Zoroark deck. There's a lot of possibilities here with the typing. I think it is Night March though, which is obviously a matchup that I'm comfortable with. Alright, we're gonna get an Oranguru and a Zorua start. I think we're gonna let Zorua get knocked out. We do have Korrina, so we can just grab the Float Stone, the Buzzwole here. But realistically, I think Shrine decks in Expanded can transition okay. Both Zoroark Buzz and Buzzgarb are both okay for Expanded. I'm more of a fan of the Zoroark variant though, just because Zoroark's an awesome card in the baby form. Alright, so my opponent's going to open with a Pumpkin Boost. If they don't knock out Zorua here, this could be big. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Korrina for Nest Ball and Buzzwole. We do have our... Okay, as long as we have our Mind Jacks, we're going to need those to beat him. Got all our Shrines. We did prize a DCE. Okay, that's fine. Alright. So yeah, we'll grab Buzzwole. Zorua may or may not get knocked out here. If Zorua can survive, that would be nice. But we are going to put another one into play here, just so we can maybe knock him out next turn. We'll put Strong Energy on the Buzzwole, and we will pass. So obviously, Zorua can beat Pumpkin Boost because of his weakness to Dark. Alright, so my opponent's going to Computer Search. They're going to get rid of Mallow and Oranguru. So this is definitely a Zoroark build, which is probably another good matchup because overall Zoroark can get beaten by Buzzwole fairly easily. So, that's fine. My opponent, did he not grab anything? No, he had to have. Okay, Battle Compressor. I mean, he's going to need a few cards. He's going to need a DC and a Dimension Valley in order to attack me. So we'll have to see if he hits it. So he's going to do Setup. And again, it's really all down to what he benches. This is kind of what this build over the guard version is a little more... This build, you know, relies more heavily on what they bench. And, ooh, my opponent's going to dump the Zoroark altogether. Okay, that's fine. I do think Oricorio is like another thing you could put in this deck. Probably over the Terrakion, but Terrakion's fun to use. I've actually won games because of Terrakion when I was testing this deck, because I probably played this deck for well over 3.5 hours in total since I've built it. They're not even knocking me out here if they don't get another Battle Compressor. But again, in order for them to get the knockout, they're going to need a Dimension Valley and a DCE, and I don't think they're going to hit it. I don't think they're going to hit it, honestly. And if they don't, we can go from there. We're probably going to have to get rid of this Zoroark, though. It's kind of useless in this matchup, to be honest. This thing is better in like matchups where like your opponent has like a big one-shot attack like Buzzwole, where you can copy like Knuckle Impact. So we can Computer Search, get rid of Zoroark, whatever we draw. Guzma works. Though we could play that knockout Joltik or the Zorua, we're going to just grab the DCE, I think. I mean, this is kind of risky. If we don't get the Zoroark, we'll see. We should be able to. We're going to be able to Colress for 7, get an Instruct here. Yeah, that's good. We can do a nice big Colress. We shouldn't whiff the Zoroark here. Yeah, I was going to say. We'll get rid of N, I guess. Grab Zoroark. We'll take a knockout. That's kind of what this deck likes to do. Alright, we got no GXs. My opponent's going to take 1 prize at a time. And we'll just Mind Jack. Don't want to play anything else. Hit him for 200. Knock out the Pumpkaboo. Take our prize. There's a Sycamore. Not bad. So we're off to a good start. We're off to a very good start. That's what this deck wants to do. Zoroark probably won't live the turn. He's probably going to find a DC this turn, whether it be through teammates or just hitting one. Kind of wish I knew what he had prized right now, though. I'd like to see what he has in the prizes. Okay, my opponent's going to play Lele, which works because that's another Pokemon he has to play on his bench. He's probably going to get teammates here. No, a Sycamore. Okay, unless he prized teammates, or he doesn't play it. But most Night March lists play teammates. They're not even going to do another Battle Compressor. Interesting. I'm actually kind of surprised. There's a Zoroark, that's fine. Zoroark is something we can knock out very shortly. And to get rid of the Strong, that's annoying. Don't know why he's playing Enhanced Hammer in his list, though, but whatever. We can knock out Joltik. We lose Buzzwole next turn, possibly. Then we get Sledgehammer, and we can maybe set up a Guzma play on Zoroark. Actually, I don't even know if we're going to get knocked out next turn. There's no other Night Marchers in play. Zoroark can't one-shot Buzzwole. So, yeah, I think we're actually going to be safe here. And there's a Shrine of Punishments. We're going to play that down now. I kind of feel like just not playing anything. Well, how many VS Seekers have I played? None. I think we get rid of Sycamore and N. VS Seeker for Colress. Sure. Probably just get another Zoroark. Doesn't really matter. I mean, as long as my opponent, you know, as long as we can get a knockout next turn on that guy, I will be a happy camper. I'm going to choice ban the Buzzwole still, just in case we can use, just in case we can still go Sledgehammer. I kind of feel like just holding the hand, to be honest, but I kind of don't. Well, the odds I get knocked out next turn aren't too low, but they're not, like, amazing. I think I just go for Colress, honestly. Or I could also actually, we can go Korrina, but I need to get energy for next turn so I can do Sledgehammer. So let's just Colress. Hope we hit a VS Seeker for Guzma. Okay. No energy though. We do have a Stretcher. Might as well play it. Don't know what we really need to get back. Probably Octillery. I guess Zoroark and... I mean, I guess the Foul plays Zoroark. We could still use him if we ever really need to. I'm a little worried that we might not get a Sledgehammer KO on Zoroark unless we get energy off the prizes. DC, I mean, could maybe knock out Shaman. We do have Choice Band and Shrine is in play still. We could Guzma the Shaman and Mind Jacket, but I really need to get use of Sledgehammer. But he's bringing out Zoroark, so if he doesn't like Float Stone Night March me here, we can knock him out. He did get rid of a Switch, so I don't really know what's going on in my opponent's list right now. I need to I need to get like a cough drop going here, guys. Sorry about that, but I don't want to be coughing too much because it really hurts the quality of the video. If I'm just coughing all the time, I don't want the quality of the video. So I'm just going to get a cough drop while my opponent does his thing. He's going to end me. That's his second versus Seeker. But it doesn't look like there's any threats on the board that can stop me right now, which is good. So let's see what we get here off this end. Shrine, we got Buzzwole. Nice, pretty good hand. My opponent's going to Ultra Ball. Getting rid of a D-Valley. That's a huge discard. Because we are going to Shrine him next turn. And he's just going to keep filling his bench up. That is fine. If I can top deck a way to get like a knockout here, like I can maybe top deck a DCE. I can DC the Zoroark, play down a few cards, instruct for one, could be a Seeker. He just filled his entire bench up. Now that Lele gets KO'd. The fact that he's not knocking me out here is also really big. Yeah, he's only hitting me for 120. We survive, and we can probably just hit him really hard here. Now we draw Octillery, that's fine. So we would be hitting for potentially 190 if we can find... We can knock him out here if we can hit Choice Band DCE. We didn't get it. Rip. That kind of sucks, actually. I don't think Sledgehammer's only doing 100 here. Put the Strong Energy on, hit for 170. I guess we'll hit for 100. We're still gonna get the Sledgehammer knockout, so that's fine. Shrine's doing its thing. I don't think he has any D-Valleys left. No, he's played 2. He's probably got 1 more. We're gonna be able to outstadium him. Not hitting DC and Choice Band is a bit of a bummer. I really wanted to get the knockout here. That would have been a huge turn, showing off why I like Mind Jack. But I don't really see how we're going to lose this game. His bench is full, which is like what we want. Zoroark's weak to fighting. There's no Night March threats in play. We should be able to win this game, no problem. He's low on cards too. They don't have much resources left. There's nothing to bench. Really, my opponent can't target anything either. Okay, let's see what they get with the Seeker. They might just go Mallow. And really? I don't know why they're not like doing Mallow or even Guzma. They could Guzma, maybe knock out Zoroark, because this is technically the biggest threat in play outside of Buzzwole Sledgehammer. Ooh, we got Shrine back. There's DCE, so yeah, we'll be good. We'll probably just take the Sledgehammer knockout, though. We just need to find a VS Seeker, and we can wrap the game up. Ooh, I see. My opponent's going to knock me out, but everything he brings in play gets Sledgehammered, but I see what he's doing here. He's probably going to bring out Zorua. But even if like my opponent doesn't, like, he's got 4 cards left. He's supposed to take 1 prize a turn. I don't see how he's winning this, guys. I really don't. Now he's even lower on cards. Like, I doubt he's obviously not playing Karen or Oranguru. And he just put another. Why would you evolve that? You could have brought out Zorua. So, okay, don't mind me then. Okay, let's see what he brings up. We'll bring out Oranguru just to bait him. It's probably like, oh, he has Guzma, but. No, joke's on you, I'm not. And he's gonna let him, okay. I'm fine with knocking out Lele. I'm fine with that. We'll play down Shrine, we'll DC this, as long as there's no annoying shenanigans. We'll instruct for 2, just see if we can hit via Seeker here. Nice. So do I take the Guzma KO? I think I do. No, you know, I'll knock him out with Sledgehammer. And then we'll just finish the game on that Shaman on the bench, or the Zoroark, so yeah, it's fine. Yeah, seems good. We'll take a big Sledgehammer knockout, thanks to Shrine. And there we go. And then we can win next turn with Zoroark, as long as he doesn't enhanced hammer me. There's Diancie, okay. But yeah, we should be able to win here. I don't see how my opponent... He can't even knock out Buzzwole this turn. I don't think he's got 1 card left. Even if he does get like another Pumpkaboo down, yeah, he could. We should be able to win. There's really nothing my opponent can do at this point. We basically have game. This is what this deck's all about. You want to play against decks like this. Night March is a fairly easy matchup, to be honest. Oh, we did play Oranguru. I was an idiot, but he didn't have it. But yeah, Night March is a fairly easy matchup for us, I'd say. As long as you're taking a prize every turn, you can beat Night March. It's really not that hard. Ooh, they're gonna end me, it looks like. No Guzma. That's fine. We can still knock him out with Zoroark. Or with Buzzwole. It's fine. He doesn't even knock me out here. Never mind. No, he does. We could win just by him decking out, too. So, we basically win the game here. But we can do some big things. We have a pretty big turn ahead of us. And this is what this deck is all about, guys. you want to be playing against stuff like Zoroark, and you beat them fairly easily. And then, you know, Zoroark's an easy matchup for us. We just via Seeker for the Guzma, and that is game. We just knock out Zoroark on the bench. That's what it's all about, folks. Buzzwole Zoroark Shrine of Punishments. Beating a Night March Zoroark deck. A deck that's going to be fairly popular, I think, in Portland. I still think Night March is still good, even though Karen is a big problem for them. I think Night March can still work. I'm really curious, though. Did my opponent just not have teammates? They didn't. Teammates is something they should consider. They probably should just take out Skyla and throw in teammates. But, yeah, again, Night March is a matchup you like. You can beat Night March. Night March is easy to beat, in my opinion, with this deck. But we'll catch you guys in a minute with another game with our Buzz Zoroark deck. I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, guys, here we go. Let's go do another match with our deck here. See what we can do once again here on PTCGO. And hopefully we can win some more games. Alright, here we go. Next match in. We are up against, it looks like, ooh, this might be Drampa Garb. Drampa Garb is, it's an odd matchup. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. I don't hate it and I don't love it. We are going to mulligan, which is fine. See if it's Drampa Garb or not. See mulligan 2. We got another mulligan. Whoa, okay, I don't know what my opponent's playing there. This might not be even a competitive deck, which kind of sucks. Hopefully it is, but I don't really know what else my opponent could be running, judging from cards like How and Center Lady and Evo Soda, so we'll see. So we're going to start with Buzzwole. That's fine. We got a pretty good hand. We got Strong Energy, Choice Band, Cynthia. Lots to work with. So, I don't know. The Necrozma Sleeves tells me maybe it's a Malamar deck. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, never mind. It's not a Malamar. It's actually got a bunch of weird stuff in here. Mewtwo might be a problem. This is kind of the thing, you know, we aren't playing the Garb variant, so we don't have Trash Lance, and oh my gosh. My opponent is getting very... Oh, wow. What? 3 Max Elixirs in one hand? Get out of here. That's insane. That is nuts that my opponent had that. Okay, I don't know why they're putting 4 energies on their Mewtwo. We might lose next turn, though, if we don't draw anything. Like, if we get another Pokemon, we might lose the game. We got a Remoraid. We are knocking him out with Sledgehammer, though, thankfully. But if he gets a Switch or a DC, we lose. That guy, that's insane that he hit 3 Max Elixirs on that Mewtwo. That is just insane. Okay, they're going to do a Fan Club. This shouldn't give them the free retreat, though, which is good. Hopefully they put these Pokemon down so we can use Zoroark, and also so that we can get a better, you know, we can do a Chorus here and get a couple cards. Looks like we'll do like a nice Chorus for 5. I'm tempted to put the energy onto Remoraid just so I can get it to retreat if we ever need it. I don't think we're getting knocked out this turn, though, thankfully, unless my opponent drops a Float Stone out of nowhere. Which I hope doesn't happen. No, they are still, for some reason, putting all the energies on Mewtwo. There's Zorua. Nice. Alright. That's what we were looking for. He's got an empty hand, which is good, too. So hopefully he doesn't draw anything. And, alright, there's another Buzzwole. We got Octillery, which is good. Probably just Abyssal Hand for 1. I don't really want to play anything else down. Got Cynthia. And we'll just knock him out with Sledgehammer. And then what we can do is we can Ultra Ball for Foul Play and knock him out and copy his Side Strike attack. So that seems like a pretty good plan. Don't know why he put all the energies on one Mewtwo like that. It makes no sense yet. He doesn't really need it either. So that's the thing. So you Trop Text a Professor's Letter. Please put more energies on Mewtwo. Tell me you're going to do that. Nah, rip. He probably thinks he's like invincible, but again, we can just come out of nowhere next turn. And this is kind of why I like having that Zoroark Foul Play. Like, if we had Garbodor right now, we actually wouldn't knock him out unless we, like, found a certain number of cards like Choice Band and Shrine. So this is actually why this Zoroark version is kind of good in comparison. So we'll play the Beast Energy on Buzzwole, we'll Ultra Ball away the Strong Energy and the Cynthia. Hopefully we didn't prize Foul Play, we didn't, that is good, and we get to take a knockout here. And this is why this Zoroark variant can work. You copy a big attack and you just one-shot them. So we'll Cynthia again. And hopefully we're able to hit another Zorua and a couple other things Wouldn't mind getting that Diancie Prism Star down this turn. Nice. Probably just put down Zorua. We don't really need Diancie. I don't think this guy's getting knocked out next turn. He's only got one Malamar. He didn't even attach to his thing. And we'll just copy Side Strike and knock out this Mewtwo. This guy put like freaking 10 energies on it, but well, not really, but you get my point. And there's a Shrine, which is good, and we should be able to just kind of clean the game up from here. Zoroark doesn't look like it's going to be going down next turn. If we get a Guzma here somehow, we can foul play, copy Dark Flash, knock him out that way. Yep. And we'll be golden. So this is kind of why this Zoroark build is good. Hopefully he didn't get a Silvally. Oh, you got a Sycamore. And we gotta hope he doesn't get Silvally. I mean, the game is far from over. I think if he knocks me out here, we're gonna be in a bit of a pickle. But outside of that, we should be okay. I mean, we're gonna get Sledgehammer activated here if he does KO me. And the only good thing Zoroark can do at this point, I guess, is knock out Dawnwings. Ooh, Belt, that's a little annoying. And no, just a headbang for 70, so he was unable to hit it. Now, we don't knock him out, unfortunately. But we do have a lot of options. We can play down you. I think I'm going to dig for Guzma here. We're going to get rid of Zorua. We still have Restructure, right? Yeah, okay. We are going to dig for Guzma. We do have it in the deck. If we had Lele, we'd be able to get Guzma here. We don't. Just going to Instruct for 1. I don't really want to play Strong Energy. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to put that much Strong Energies on my Buzzwole. But whatever. Okay, we didn't find the Guzma. We do have Korrina, though. Which gives us Computer Search for Guzma. We're going to get knocked out here. But I don't really care if I lose him anymore. It really doesn't even matter. We already got our Side Strike in, so... It does not matter. I think we'll just Foul Play, copy Headbang. Why not? And next turn, we'll Guzma, and we'll Sledgehammer. Because of the belt, we can't knock him out. Well, actually, how much are we doing with the in-between? I don't know. I doubt he's going to put a Silvally in play. I mean, like, I couldn't just Sledgehammer the Dawn if I really wanted to. He's going to Howl, that's fine. Hopefully he plays more Pokemon on his bench also. But we should be able to win. We can, once we use Guzma, we can be a Seeker for it. Finish off this thing if we really need to. I don't see how we're going to lose this match, guys, to be honest. Well, hopefully Shrine stays in play a few more turns, though. But we should be able to knock him out with Sledgehammer this turn, right? We're doing a lot of damage. Yes, I'm not even going to bother doing the math, because even though he's got 180 HP resistance, we're doing like an extra 60, we're doing extra 80 damage. Actually, hold on. Sledgehammer is hitting for 120, 140, 170, 200, 210. Never mind. If he didn't bump that stadium, we would have knocked him out with, I think we would knock him out with Sledgehammer on that Mewtwo. I'm actually kind of glad he's not building up Moon's Eclipse. That could also be a bit of a annoyance. But he's actually going to bring out Mewtwo anyways. I think Sledgehammer does KO him, especially now. I don't know. We're going to bring out Buzzwole anyways. My math could be wrong. But I think we have a knockout here with Sledgehammer. So hold on, we're doing 120, 140, 170, 190. We're doing 190. We need a Choice Band. Choice Band would give us 220. We need a Choice Band and a Shrine of Punishment. No. We attach Strong Energy, do an extra 20. So 140. Sorry about the loud noise, by the way. So 140, 170, 190, 190, 210. Oh no, yeah, Sledgehammer does knock him out. Yeah, we can just play the other Strong Energy. That's our last one though, but that's fine. Don't think it matters anymore. I'm pretty sure we win the game here. We have our Choice Bands? We do, okay. Yeah, we do have game. Or not game, sorry, but we do knock him out. We'll get rid of Buzzwole and N, I guess. Grab Choice Band. There's a lot of energy we gotta vote, but I don't even know if he's KOing Buzzwole here. I'm actually gonna end him here to 3 just to lower his hand. Well, end him to 4, sorry. But we're gonna lower his hand size a bit just to disrupt them. He's got a big hand. Maybe this might save me from knock. I mean, if he doesn't knock me out Dawn Wings, we're kind of in trouble. Not really, though, because we can just knock him out Mind Jack. But, should be okay. 240, yeah, okay, so just... That's insane. That's insane, the amount of damage we did. But we should be good to win the game now. Zoroark should be able to clean him up. And from there, we should be good to win. Plus, we still have the Seeker for... No, we don't have to use him. Okay, but that's fine. This Dawn Wing should be easy to take out. And yeah, that's basically what this deck is all about. You just do these crazy big plays. I mean, I guess he can do Silvally, yeah, rip. So he can Rebel me. That kind of puts a dent in this a little bit, but he's already heavily damaged. I gotta hope he plays another Pokemon on his bench this turn, actually. Let's see. No, just a knockout. Alright, so we are gonna lose our big powered-up Buzzwole, but it just went insanely ham that turn. It doesn't even matter. Can't use Counter Energy. Kind of wish we could right now so I can copy Sledgehammer. I think we're out of strong energies though, right? Yeah. So we kind of have to use Fighting and Choice Band. I don't know if we can knock him out. This might be a little bit tough to win, but all we need to do is just take one prize, we win the game. That shouldn't be the biggest challenge in the world. But yeah, this deck is just raw power. That's the amazing part. And he's only taking one prize at a time. I'm pretty sure we should win. I'm probably going to end him to 1 this turn, too, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. Bring out Octillery. Yeah, so we're out of strong energies, right? Yeah, 4. Ooh, the Choice Band draw kind of changes everything. Okay. We're not going to knock him out Zoroark. Buzzwole's really the only thing that's logically going to knock him out this turn. I am going to end him to 1. We do have that basic fighting. And if we have to do Mind Jack, I guess that's fine. I'm going to end him to 3. Actually... I don't know. Maybe I don't even touch the end. Actually, let's Colress for 7. I want to keep the other VS Seeker. I want to keep the other Shrine. I'm going to do Colress instead. There's the energy. And I think that is game. Even if it's not, we should be able to just wrap it up. We got Guzma in our hand, too. I'm pretty sure this is game. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Yeah. 160. And there we go. We beat a matchup that is kind of weird. Mewtwo was really the biggest threat. He had a really odd turn 1 there with all the max elixirs he hit. But we just completely demolished him with Zoroark. And we're very close to 5k coins. But I think we're watching this PTCGO video there. We showed off what this deck is all about. This deck is all about raw power with Zoroarks and Buzzwole, like the Sledgehammer play. We Sledgehammer for 240 damage. That is just bonkers. Sledgehammer for 240. That's honestly going to be in the title. But this deck is all just about raw power. We showed it off against Night March, a matchup that I think was probably one of our better games that we could have showcased there and how we can beat Night March. And ultimately, this is a very good deck. I like this deck. I think it might be better than the Guard version because Zoroark gives you more versatility with Mind Jack and Foul Play. Really, if you want, you can go 1 Mind Jack, 2 Foul Plays, and this way, your opponent can't just, like, control their bench size and be like, oh, like, I'll just control my bench size, and then Mind Jack's not going to do that much damage, so you can kind of mix it up that way if you want to run 2 Foul Plays over the 2 Mind Jacks. But overall, I really do like this deck. I think Buzzwole Zoroark is a fun pick for Expanded. It's got some good matchups, it's raw power, no GXs, so you're only getting, your opponent's only taking 1 prize a turn. So I'd recommend trying this deck out if you guys haven't already. Maybe if you are going to Portland, consider this archetype. And I'll catch you guys in another PTCGO video. Catch you guys later. Goodbye.